public access on Project Alpha. The views expressed in this programming are not the views of Public Access, Project Alpha, Geek and Sundry, Nerdist, Legendary Digital Networks, or their respective parent companies or affiliates. Would you like to host your own show on Public Access? Do you live in the Los Angeles area? Contact us at publicaccess@projectalpha.com to book your programming time today.
Hello, live from beautiful downtown Burbank, California, it's the Matthew Teardrop Show. And here's your host, Matthew Teardrop.
That'll do it, Richard. All right,
Yay.
Thank you everybody for tuning in to the Matthew Teardrop Show here on ProjectAlpha.com or wherever you're watching it at. It's great to be back here in beautiful downtown Burbank, California, home of the Fuddruckers and the Olive Garden.
Woo!
Breadsticks. Thanks. That joke went. It's been a little while. It's been a little bit since the last time I had a show. Since the last time I did an episode here. It's great to be back here on the little stage. The reason I had some issues that kept me from being able to do a show the last couple weeks. It's probably easier to show it than explain it. So here's this video of, what I've been going through lately. There you go. Hello? Let me put you on speaker real quick. Now you listen to me, you son of a bitch. I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you want, but you are making a very big mistake. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you this. I don't have money. Even if I did have money, I wouldn't pay low-life scumbags like you. One thing I do have, however, is a very particular set of skills. Skills that I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. I will use these skills to take you down. Your takedown will be slow and painful. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I won't look for you. I won't pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I'll find you and I'll kill you. Alright, talk to you later. That was great, everybody, huh?
Yay!
You guys can clap if you want. Just because you're a guest doesn't mean you can't clap. It's great we're back on the small stage, right where we all started from. All right, guys? And speaking of where we all started from, we got a beautiful co-host, Rap Girl. Lovely co-host. So what have you been up to since... Everyone knows what I've been up to since the last episode, thanks to that video. What have you been up to?
Did you get your daughter back?
We don't want to talk about that. But what have you been up to?
We watched RuPaul's Drag Race today.
Oh, that's right.
What'd you think?
Well, I'm rooting for Trinity. Peppermint's got a shot.
Really love that Shea Coulee, though.
Yeah.
She's working it.
A little basic. Well, and here's a first. Today we have a house band. He's from one of the best bands. He's normally fronts one of the best bands in LA. Today he's lowering himself to our place. It is Richard Conti. There you go. If you hear sax playing throughout the show, that's Richard Conti. He's in a great band called The Marches, right?
Yes.
Got my facts straight. Well, it's summertime here in beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And you know what summertime means? Summer music festival season. And if you've been watching the last few episodes, I came up with a character called Vaperaham Lincoln, and that accidentally opened a portal between dimensions
And so that brought an actual Vaperaham Lincoln from another dimension into our dimension. So I thought, hey,
Who would have thought?
why not send him to some of the big summer music festivals? So I did as such, and he's here to talk about it today. Here's Vaperaham Lincoln, everybody.
Yeah.
What up, Matt? What up, Pony?
Hey, how's it
Good
going?
to see you. Nice to meet you, Sax Man.
Boy, it's great to have you back, Mr.
What do you have here?
Mr. Lincoln.
These are called fidget spinners.
Oh, yeah?
They didn't have them back in my day, but they're all the rage now. My yellow one's broken. Ja Rule broke it, but this one goes on forever.
Wow.
I'm gonna just sit here with this one while we
Those
talk.
must have been a big hit at the summer music festivals.
They were. It was. I went to Fry Festival. Fire
Right.
Festival.
We sent you to the Fire Festival.
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh, you know, it wasn't the best one.
I think you got some pictures,
Yeah.
right? Can we
Let's roll
check
the
out
clips.
some of those clips we got? This looks like just you at your
that
apartment.
was me right before I left.
All right,
was
that's
me.
fine. This is a selfie.
Okay, here's me at Fire Festival. That's the one bathroom they had for the 20,000
you had a good
people
time. It
there.
didn't look so great. Or,
No, I mean I had my vape. You know, there's me and
that's
Ja
you and
Rule.
Ja. You got to actually meet Ja Rule. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that
was
picture
cool.
is appropriate to air on television, family show, but
well,
Seems great to me. I'd show my kids.
I wish you'd screened it with me ahead of time. I don't like those lewd actions.
you
I
got
heard they had like really good food there,
They had
like bread, cheese.
I actually missed out on the bread and cheese. I only got chips.
What did you eat?
I just had chips.
What kind?
Just regular tortilla chips.
All right. Well, I heard that.
I went to Coachella too.
Oh,
Can we
Coachella.
play
That sounds
one?
great.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see it. Let's check out Coachella here with Vaperaham Lincoln. If we got that pic up next. Who is the headliner?
You know, I actually didn't make it to the stage.
That's the
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner was the headliner.
Right.
I don't think that's Coachella. That looks like that Kylie Jenner Pepsi commercial that everyone hated so much.
I was in that.
You were.
We filmed it at Coachella.
That was filmed at Coachella.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I was on a fair amount of drugs at these festivals, Matt. Anyway,
Okay, well,
let's go to the next
I
one.
don't.
Like aspirin.
What's the next one? Picture of Coachella.
Benadryl.
Yeah, that's not Coachella, Mr. Lincoln. I don't think that's
Well,
Coachella.
that's
that's just the Pepsi commercial. It looks like you must have wandered out of your apartment and
You know, we didn't have
walked
Pepsi back
onto
in
a
my
set.
day either.
No.
Coke.
Right.
Okay. Well, I know we sent you to. I think we sent you also to Bonnaroo, right? Can
Right.
we get that
Bonnaroo.
picture of
Roll
Bonnaroo?
the clip.
Have to have something
Rolling.
from that.
That's me hanging out with the
that's-
Pope and Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump at Bonnaroo together.
That's not
That's
Bon-
right
that doesn't
before.
look like
That's right
Bonnaroo.
before widespread panic.
That's hot.
I don't think that's Bonnaroo at all. It looks like you wandered into that photo. Well, you must have access as a former president.
Oh yeah, I got
Well, it really
They
looks
gave me a
like
key to the White House.
It really looks like the Pope is giving you a stink eye there.
He doesn't like vaping in the Vatican because it makes like the Michelangelo paintings.
Well,
fit.
that's a good thing you weren't at the Vatican, but the White House. But that's okay.
I
Well,
went
do you have any other?
I went to Lightning in the Bottle.
Oh, cool. Let's check that one out. Hey,
Yeah,
what?
That's how I was hanging out. There was this glowing orb thing they set up for all the people that were,
That
tripping
doesn't
and
look
stuff.
like lightning in the bottle at all. That looks like that
Me and Donald Trump went to
private.
You look like you're having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
got your
I was. Like I said, I got my vape. I'm good.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem like you made it to any of those festivals that we paid. That was for those expensive tickets with our meager show budget, but I'm glad you had a good time anyway.
Do you have my Burning Man pics?
Oh, is there any other?
Are there any more?
Are there any other pics? Can you just make some up, Ben? Or no,
Oh,
no,
no,
that's
I left my
all.
Burning Man
That's the
at
whole
home.
joke.
All right. Well.
That's the whole joke. All right. Well, why don't you get out of here? Go
All right.
to-
Well, hey. I'll see you next time.
Go to
That was
some
a lot
other
of fun. Thanks for
festivals.
sending me all that stuff. See you later, Pony.
Bye.
Always good
Oh,
to see you.
don't watch out for your mic there, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Lincoln.
We didn't have mics back in my day. See you later, Sex Man.
Let's hear Vaperaham Lincoln, everybody. Let's hear from Vaperaham Lincoln. I can't believe we spent all that money from our budget sending
Why
him to
didn't
all
we go
those
to
fests.
Firefest? You sent
I
him?
could
You
have
didn't send
gone to
us?
Coachella myself, but I sent Vaperaham Lincoln. Oh well. Well, you know. Well, I can't think of a good what do you call those things? Transition. So I'm just gonna up and say it. We got another guest coming up. I'm really excited to have him. He's in a great local band called Modern Time Machines, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about how, I guess when he was a kid, he drew about 75,000 of his own Garbage Pail Kids.
Wow.
And he's going to tell us all about it. Our next guest, Ben Golomb. Let's hear it for him, everybody. Is that right? Golomb? Is that correct?
Golomb, yeah.
Right.
How do you
Hi.
like? How's it going?
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
What's in the suitcase?
It's not clothes.
I know you made.
I was hoping for a new outfit.
I've heard the story. I've seen some. You made like 1 million Garbage Pail Kids. How did this all start? Why did you decide to make so many?
Well,
Do you want me to help?
yeah, oh sure, yeah. So there's just a whole bunch of these albums. It's kind of ridiculous.
Wow, you got more albums than Steely Dan.
You grab one of these if you want.
Thanks.
So yeah, I just
whiskey
I
out
was
of it.
really into collecting the cards, and I think when I was about 11 or 12, I got the idea that I would make them. And originally it was a collaboration with a couple of friends, and then I just ran with it.
Oh wow!
I did it after school. So I can't. To this day, I can't quite.
What's
tell
your favorite
what
one?
possessed
Yeah.
me. You know, there's
How many of these books do you have?
There's like 4 of them, so it's actually almost 2,000 of them. It was like 1902.
Oh jeez.
Do you have a matte one?
I know I have a matte one.
Do you have a pony one?
I
There's
definitely
never
don't have a
one.
pony one.
If you
Well-
were to look at me right now and think like, let's say you're back to your school days, and you were like, you saw me on TV like this show, but imagine you're not on it, it's somebody else, and you're like, I want to make a Garbage Pail Kid of that guy. What do you think would be like Matt?
Oh
What?
man, you put me on the spot here, Matt.
I know, I want a pony one.
all right, well,
you
we-
know what my favorite one is?
Matt, the most awesome host.
Oh, what? There you hear that? Let's clap
you
for
go.
that one.
Look at this Richard Simmons one. Raunchy Richard.
Raunchy Richard, that'd be a good one for Richard Conti, our house band.
Towards the later ones, I did a lot of like pop culture parodies. These are actually the very early ones. So I don't know.
Do you have any of wrestling?
You know, I do. I know I do actually have some. I wish I could like pinpoint where they are.
Wait, no, I know we got a couple. Like, can we get a close up of a couple so
Yeah,
the
there
folks
are.
at home?
There are a few scans.
Puppetary. Can you explain this one?
Guy's picking his nose and pops through his head, and he's got a puppet on his finger.
So his boogers are puppets.
Yes.
That's hot.
Holy,
These are all like
holy
these
cow.
are all fan fiction. I think I based some of the designs on some
Swallowed
of the original
Sid.
cards.
Did he swallow himself?
He swallowed himself. You
Wow.
know, it's
Who else we
it's
got?
kind of disturbing one.
Corduroy.
Corduroy.
That's pretty good.
So I've come to find a lot of people actually made their own
Rhinoplasty.
cards.
That's I can't give away his real name, but that's a former guest of ours.
a lot of puns. To this day, I'm pun
Yeah.
crazy, and I can definitely trace it to the Garbage Pail Kids.
Are you still making them?
No, I
So
switched.
there's not a chance of getting the pony one.
You know, I've had some friends request that I do cards, and maybe at some point I will get the
Well, it's
inspiration.
my birthday.
Oh, well, that's as good a time as any. I don't have any
Sometime
markers
next
anymore.
Have you ever gotten the bug to try and do it again or no?
Not really. I mean, once I started on the music path with my band, I just kind of.
Oh, great band, by the way. Let's hear it for Modern Time Machines.
Once I got on that, thank you, Matt. Once I got on that and Manhattan Murder Mystery, we got the M bands.
We don't need to talk about that.
But yeah, once I got on the music path, I kind of just went on that road. But at some point, I might. These are the very earliest ones, by the way. These are like the prototype, like ones I did when I was probably like 10. So
What's that one? What is this guy?
Whoa.
Head Bomb Tom. That's pretty good. And I know you didn't you get to like meet like one of the guys?
I did, in fact. You know, I should have sent this picture for you to air it on the screen right
That's
now.
okay. They can
but,
look it up. It'll be on our
yeah,
show website.
But I did in fact meet
ProjectAlpha.com will have the picture.
Mackenzie Aston and Arturo
Wow.
Gill, who were two of the stars of the Garbage Pail Kids movie. And
Oh,
I
Garbage
showed
Pail?
them, and from a Q&A. This was from a Q&A At
Wait,
Cine-
who is-
at Cinefilm.
Wait, who is Arturo Gil?
He was Wendy Winston.
Oh.
So
Wait, as a Garbage Pail Kid, like, what do you call it, aficionado? What's your take on the motion picture?
it is it's a sight to behold. That I can say. It's a horrible film, but it's super entertaining.
So bad.
Super low budget. It's like
Did you see it like in the height of your?
I saw it in
Garbage
I saw
Pail
it in the
Kids
theater in first
mania?
run when I was a kid. I
Like, were you in the
begged my
midst
mom.
of your like, when they came out? Were you like,
I wasn't drawing them yet, so that
Oh,
was like
no?
I didn't start
But
drawing them
were you
until I
into
want to say
them?
early '90s. I was totally into them. Yeah, so I collected the cards.
so maybe the movie like kind of inspired you?
It
Was
did
it? It
something.
wasn't like a letdown or anything when you saw the movie, or
I
like,
don't
you were
remember
into
thinking
it?
that it sucked. I must have just like been so into it that I just went along with it. At that age, I think when you're like about 7, 8 years old, like it's hard to understand how much a movie, like a bad movie, actually sucks. And it didn't dawn on me yet, you know. And I actually, as a kid, a few years later, I wound up always trying to find a video store that had it so I could rent it, and it was tough to find.
Well, I'll get you a copy.
It's now on Blu-ray from Chef Factory.
I'm really
I don't know if I was
loving
allowed
the
to say
Peter
that, but-
Planter.
That's
Mr.
pretty
Peanut.
good. What's that green guy from? Like the
Oh,
peas,
that's-
green beans. or
He's the
something?
green, yeah, he's like the Jolly Green Giant.
What is this? What is this weird guy above him?
He's got like a early '90s belt chain fashion statement that's made out of snot.
Huh.
Lots of boogers.
Well, that
Yeah.
one.
If you like boogers, you're gonna love these.
That's gonna be a tough way to keep. Any other choice? Any other choice cards you want to show us here?
Here, let's see. I know I could find a couple. I was actually just telling Ben, who works on this program, about this one.
That's our friend Ben. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his last name on TV or Mouse. That's what
But,
I call him. Great
here, let's
producer.
see.
Let's hear it for Mouse.
This is a favorite. We got into a game show conversation. Here's one that I did on that was based on the whammy.
Oh, like the pyramid.
yeah, no
whammy.
whammies. So.
Did you ever see that guy who like figured out all the?
Oh,
like,
that was the most amazing
he
documentary.
like figured out the code or whatever,
Yeah,
and he just went
incredible.
on and won everything.
Incredible. They were supposed to make a movie of that with Bill Murray, no joke,
What?
and it never got made. But
I'd watch that.
I
They still
totally
could.
want
I
to.
don't know. We can talk about that later. You know, it's. Do you have anything else you want to? What's the? You know, these are all online. If you want to get a closer look at them, what's the website we can find them at?
So a while ago, I did make a Tumblr page, and I scanned probably like 2 or 3 dozen of them, but I have not continued with that. So it's very time-consuming to do the scanning. But at some point, maybe I'll do that, or I'll do an art gallery showing or something. I've never done that. But
that would be great. I would
there
love to go
is
to that art show.
a redonkulous amount of these. It's like
Who would love to go to a Garbage Pail Kids art show of all Ben's stuff?
So maybe that'll happen at some point. If somebody wants to host it, I'm down to put them up. But
Well, what's that Tumblr?
they have to look up Garbage Pail Kids hand drawn after school, and it'll come up. It's a Tumblr page. If they just Google that, it'll direct itself to that. So
That's great. It just rolls off the tip of your tongue.
it really does.
Garbage Pail Kids, hand drawn
after school because you know what? I drew them by hand after school.
You could literally Google like, what was that guy? Garbage Pail Kids. He like drew stuff after school, and that's like the
That's how
website
they
that
know.
it is too. Like,
Man, it's 420. Look at that.
420.
How about that?
That also means that like our time is up here.
Hey, Matt, pleasure, buddy.
Thanks for pointing that out to me. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You did a great
Absolutely.
job. I can't wait to see more of these. This is all. Oh, don't forget this album. Don't want to leave that to the whoever. See you later. Ben Golomb, everybody. What did you think about that,
was
Pawnee?
fun. I love it. I want mine done. I need boogers.
That's true. We'll talk to you later about commissioning some. But hey, Ben sure had a lot of books full of Garbage Pail Kids. You know who else has a lot of books? Is the owner and co-founder, or owner and founder, right? Just founder of 2121 Books. She's a friend of the show. She's actually the first repeat guest. So that's an accomplishment. 5 more times she gets a jacket. 3 more times she gets a jacket. Here to read something or other is one of the best authors in the game, Endless Meghan Warner.
I'm going to read the first chapter from my first book, The Last Chance for a Slow Dance. Little Joey. Holden was parked at the end of the bar where the whiskey rocks. She wrote in a pocket-sized notebook, taking a sip every few sentences. Charlie was at the pool table. She could hear the awkward hiccup laugh he did after telling a dumb joke, usually cracked to impress a girl, over the mediocre band playing in Little Joy's back room. Holden accepted Charlie's behavior out of complacency. Charlie was a flirt and had, on more than one occasion, kissed other girls. But tonight, she knew they would be sleeping in the same bed. The pop of the needle dropped on vinyl, followed by a long, soothing note from a jazz trumpet, calmed the room down a teenth and made Holden feel like she was in a noir movie, sipping whiskey and scribbling down notes in a dark bar while the rest of the world chit-chatted. "What are you writing, a script?" A kid in his early 20s stood next to Holden. He was adorable and reeked of the not-yet-broken-by-LA innocence Holden lost many moons ago. "Just writing down some notes." "Cool, so you're a writer." Holden stifled the urge to stab this kid with sarcasm for being oh so very observant, and said, "Yeah, sorta." "That's cool, so am I. I wrote a script my friend wants to make into a movie." "Oh yeah?" Holden took a gulp of whiskey. "Yeah, it's pretty exciting. What's your name?" The kid held his Midwestern white hand out. Holden wished she were drunker for this question. A drink or two more, she could lie. 3 drinks or more, she could deal with the reliable fanboy reaction with false adoration. 6 drinks, and she could annihilate this kid's bright-eyed LA dreams. Holden. She shook his hand firm in his fishy grasp. "Holden? Like Holden Caulfield?" Holden drank the last of her whiskey. "Yeah." She waved down Ian, her favorite bartender. Ian was like an older brother bartender, though she was weirdly attracted to him with his muscly arms and tight-fitting punk rock shirts and blue jeans rolled at the bottom over boots. He wore a flat cap that hid his buzzed gray hairs and thick glasses. He was too old for Holden, but not too old to watch out for her. "When you need, girl." Another Maker's Rocks. "That's so awesome that your name's Holden. I love that book so much." "So does my mom." "That book is why I started writing." Holden glared across the bar at Charlie. In the early days, she would twirl her hair and he'd rescue her from the Salinger monologue. Somewhere along the way, she cut her hair and he became too busy flirting with skinny brunettes and her equally attractive friends and forgot about the signal. "Don't tell anyone anything. If you do, you start missing everybody." The kid looked at Holden with a shitty grin of anticipation. "It's from the book," he said, excited to have reminded her. "What's your favorite part?" "I'm always saying, glad to have met you, to someone I'm not glad to have met at all." Ian set down Holden's whiskey, but waved her 10 away. "Love you," she told Ian. "I love that part." Holden stood up with her drink and held her hand out to the kid. "Glad to have met you," she said and walked away. The kid's friend came up to him. "Did you get her number?" "You know what her name was?" the kid said, his eyes wide with wonder. "Go to 2121books.com and buy all my stuff."
Wow! And let's make it one, everybody. Well, we're running low on time here, or else I would do a much more fonder introduction. But this next, our musical guest today, he's been in probably like 3 or 4 of my favorite bands of all time. Of moving to Los Angeles, I don't know. His current band is one of the hottest bands in LA, and they're gonna do a special acoustical performance tonight. He's roommates with one of my favorite guys. He's a great guy. I think he works at I don't know.
So much for a short introduction, right?
Petrov the Hero, everybody.
There it is.
You're doing great.
Sorry, we needed to warm up.
You're doing great, Nick.
Thanks, man. Nothing ever lasts forever. Nothing ever lasts forever. Not even nothing. Not even nothing. Nothing ever lasts forever.
nothing lasts forever, not even the Matthew Teardrop show. So, that's it. We're gonna take off. Maybe you guys can play us out with one more song. We'll do the SNL ending. And, everybody, you can come on up if you want to. We'll do one more thing. We'll see you sometime soon, hopefully.
You are watching Public Access on Project Alpha. The views expressed in this programming are not the views of Public Access, Project Alpha, Geek and Sundry, Nerdist, Legendary Digital Networks, or their respective parent companies or affiliates. Would you like to host your own show on Public Access? Do you live in the Los Angeles area? Contact us at publicaccess@projectalpha.com to book your programming time today.